And we're back. This is episode 4 of Being Married to Michelle. I'm your host, Keith.
And I'm Michelle.
So what's up, Michelle?
It's 2020, babe. It's the new year.
We did it, huh?
Yeah, we did it. We made it. Yeah.
We made it to another year, another decade, 2020.
It's crazy. That's a whole nother decade. I feel like they didn't play that up a lot in the news. Usually they do, right? With all these 10-year, whatever they do and stuff.
Right. Like we haven't played it up since 1999. That was like the biggest change, right? So it's 2020, January 1st, New Year's Day episode of Being Married to Michelle.
Yeah.
I think we had a great time last night hanging out with friends and family.
We did. It was a great time. Fred and Jamila, shout out to them. Thank you very much for hosting a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. It was a special moment for me last night. As we were getting closer to that midnight hour, you kind of came close to me and you said, "Ooh, your beard smells so good."
I did.
What is that? And I said, "That's that Dixon's 1737 Miracle Oil." Shout out to Garrick Dixon.
Yeah.
And I bought the competitor's beard oil just for comparison purposes, and you can see how generous in size the Dixon's 1737 is in comparison to the competition. So I was able to actually put a generous amount of that 1737.
Yeah, and it smelled really good. Like, you always smell good, babe, obviously. But when I got it close to your beard and I was giving you that New Year's Eve kiss, it smelled really good. I was like, what's that?
Shout out to Garrick Dixon. Ooh. So last night, Fred had us take a piece of paper. He passed it around to everybody, and he had us write 3 things down that we want to accomplish in 2020. And I guess he secured those in a safe spot.
Yeah.
And then when we get together next year, we're going to look at that and we're going to see what we accomplished, right?
Yeah. And we're not going to disclose what they are right now because we need to wait and reveal them next year. But on the way home, we did tell each other
what notes.
Yeah. And we got 2 out of 3, exactly the same. So that's kind of cool. I guess that's kind of putting it out there in the universe, and hopefully we get what we want.
Kind of like the Newlywed Game.
Yeah. We always say we'd be good on that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So,
are we live streaming, babe?
We're live streaming on Facebook right now. And so, if you want to be on the show, you got my cell phone number. Hit me.
You can call in.
You can call in.
That'd be totally fun.
We're live streaming on Facebook. And, again, this is 2020, so we're going to be doing a lot of things differently. We're taking our whole podcast game to the next level.
As you can see, we didn't bring that to the forefront that this is our first videoed.
Right. This is the first video for Being Married to Michelle. And not only video, but we're also live streaming it. So there's a lot of technology going on here right now.
Makes me a little uncomfortable, but let's see how it goes.
I've been working real hard to kind of figure out how to do all this stuff. So hopefully it comes out good. Anybody out there watching or listening, hopefully the audio quality is good. I'm an audiophile, so I always want to make sure that the anything I do with audio is top quality.
Of course, as always.
So hopefully you can hear us real good. You can see us real good. And we're live streaming.
Yeah. And I want to thank you. I want to say that this podcast has been fun. And I appreciate you bringing me into your world because you've always been involved in studio work, radio, internet radio and stuff. And it's kind of fun. A little hobby for us to do together. It's fun spending time with you, whether anybody listens to us or not. It's always going to be a video memory that we have.
Absolutely.
To look back on, right? No matter what. So it's fun.
Absolutely. Christian is here. We try to get him to be a guest.
He'd be so good.
Can we get him to be a guest on our podcast?
Of course. I hope so.
Okay. All right. So what else is going on in the world? We got the Eagles.
I was just going to say the last time, our last podcast we had with our special guests was the day that the Eagles beat the Cowboys.
That's right.
It was halftime, so we didn't have that news. And since then, we've also beat the Giants and won the NFC East.
That's right. Philadelphia Eagles,
and now
NFC
we're going
East
to the
champions. And so who we play next, Michelle?
We play the Seattle Seahawks at home at the Link.
Okay.
I'm very excited.
And like I told everybody, watch out. We're going to run that cheesesteak offense. and they ain't going to be able to stop it.
It's crazy. It's what the Eagles do. We like our backs against the wall. It's a Rocky Balboa, right?
That's right. Eye of the tiger, baby.
Eye of the tiger.
So I think...
never count us out.
Danny's talking about the Niners.
Yeah.
Danny Mushabers. Hey, you should just come on over, man, and you're like right down the street.
I know, right? They could be yelling across the street.
Come on over and be a guest on the podcast. But yeah, 49ers, they look good. They're gonna be tough to beat.
They look really good.
According to Fred Marion last night, we're not gonna even get to play them because he don't think we're gonna get past the 49ers.
I like it. I love when we're the underdog.
So when we beat the Seahawks, then we play the 49ers next.
No.
Is that what happens?
I don't think. No.
Who will be next?
I don't know. I have that somewhere, but I didn't look ahead that far. It's not the Niners because they have a bye and then they play the winners or losers of some. I think whoever's in with the Saints and Packers.
Okay.
I think it's something around there. We play first, then we would play.
Okay.
I think.
Well, anyway,
don't quote me.
The big deal for 2020 is that the Eagles are coming to play the 49ers at the Levi Stadium. So we are planning on going. So
there's no dates.
Whoever's listening, we can put a group together. We can go as a group.
Yeah.
Danny, since you keep hollering about them Niners.
Yeah.
You know, and I know
Jim and Lily.
Jim and Lily. And
49er fan. That'll be so fun.
Fred and Jamila. So
there's no date yet. They just released a schedule.
We need Christina Lemus, whoever else, Eagles Kush. We need y'all, all the Eagles fans.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Road trip.
Yeah, my brother Dice, I need to convert him and get him off the Bears and back to Philly. And then we could get Dice the barber to go. But, you know, he keeps holding it down for the Bears.
K-Rod's a 49er fan, too.
Oh, that's right, K-Rod. K-Rod gave me a shout last night. I told him I had that Clase Azul, that tequila. I had a shot for him. Yeah, for the hot shots. Shout out K-Rod. Let's see. Danny says we're waiting on Ranabat, my mother's house having New Year's Day. Okay. All right. That means you're not coming over. Okay. But what about the 49ers game, Danny? What's up? Let's put it together. Let's start getting we should probably just get like an Airbnb if we get enough people and get a house. That way we can chill and grill instead of staying in hotels.
That'd be cheap.
Yeah, we could do something live.
That would be awesome. Hotels are really expensive.
So we'll talk about that. We'll put it in the paint. See what's happening with that. Yeah. So this Sunday, Philadelphia Eagles face off Seattle Seahawks at home at Lincoln Financial. Yeah. So like I said, Carolyn said we're in. So that sounds like we got it happening. Yeah. So
So earlier in the season, people are going to want to say that we did lose to Seattle, but we shouldn't have. Again, our offense was not putting out any points.
Didn't we lose to Dallas earlier in the season too? Yeah, so I mean,
Dallas. Anyways, but the Seahawks, we really had them. Like we held Russell Wilson down. Like I only scored, I think, 17 points, which is really, it's a good thing. Our defense did not let him, score and do the things he normally does. So now that our offense, with whoever they have playing this week, seems to be running on 4 cylinders.
We keep pulling people off the practice squads. We got what's his brother, Boston Scott.
What's his brother?
The brother's name.
Oh,
Boston Scott.
Who we like to call Little.
What's Ward? What's Ward's? I don't even know Ward's first name.
I don't know his first name.
What's Ward? We got him.
I think it's like a Ward the second though, or Ward the third.
Yeah, but we need to know these people's names.
I know they're doing great, and the tight end, the fill-in tight end who got a touchdown, it was awesome.
All in all, what it is that heart. Because I was born in Philadelphia, grew up in New Jersey. There's so many people you can look. Kevin Hart, like there's just so many people that come from the tri-state area, and you can see that they just don't give up. You know what I mean? It's just like against all odds, with our back against the wall, we all we got, we all we need. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So Philadelphia Eagles,
shout out.
Michelle, you're going to have all your superstition going, right?
Oh, my God.
And see, I don't know if anybody paid attention last week. So, look, last week the game came on. She was like, okay, white jersey. So we had to go get the white jersey. We try to wear the same colored jerseys that they're wearing.
Yeah.
She puts the rotating helmet on, and then the green light, she couldn't get it to work.
Could not get it to work.
She spent half the game trying to figure out.
So stressed out. I was like almost ready to give up. And then Keith was sick. He wasn't feeling well. So he went to lay down. He was like listening to the game. I'm like, this is it. It's all over. I was like really feeling discouraged. And then I changed the plug of the green light and was like, oh, it worked.
And that's all it took.
That's all it took. And it was on. And then that's when they started winning. I'm like, Keith, How can you deny the power?
Yeah. So if y'all ever saw that movie Silver Linings Playbook, like I live that every day in my house. That she's really that superstitious. She got to put on her Lucky Eagle sweater and sit in her Eagles chair, and everybody's got to be home, and I can't leave, and if I'm not at home, and blah 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 blah.
But it works, so we're gonna keep that up.
Right. So this week Sunday, this is it, and it's so important because Carson Wentz really needs to get his opportunity to take the team all the way.
Yep. And he played 17 games. People were talking all kinds of stuff to be in the season.
And for all those haters that said we should have kept Nick Foles, where you at now? Because Nick Foles is injured somewhere.
It's okay.
He ain't even playing.
We love him.
So we made the right decision. We invested in Carson Wentz. He's the franchise player. And we're going to go all the way. All right?
Yep. So we haven't really talked about since Christmas.
Yes.
We had a nice Christmas.
Christmas was off the chain this year. I don't know if you can see me, but I got on this polo beanie. Santa gave me this polo beanie for Christmas.
You're a good boy.
So I got everything I asked for.
Yeah.
I got this thing. That's one of the reasons why we're able to do this live stream right now. Santa Claus brought me Mevo Boost.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that set up right now. That's how you're watching us on this camera.
Yeah.
What else did I get? I got a bunch of stuff.
The carrier, the bag.
Oh yeah, I got a Mevo case.
Yeah.
So everything in my life right now is all about podcasting.
It is.
So those are the gifts that matter right now. So we got all that. And what did you get, Michelle?
Dinner.
Well, you got a new iPad.
I got a new iPad.
You had something else too, but we don't talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it? I thought I'm sorry. Your feelings hurt, babe. He
Go
got
ahead.
me. It was cool.
Talk about it.
I don't even know what it was called.
It's called DrinkWorks.
Yeah.
By Keurig. So what it is it's a Keurig, but it makes cocktails.
Yeah. Like you buy pods.
So
are different.
Michelle likes to make cocktails all the time, so I was like, this will be perfect for her because literally you just pop a pod in, push a button, and you got your drink.
Yeah. But ladies, you can relate, I'm sure. I just don't have the counter space for it, babe. I mean, it's big. It's like double the size of a Keurig, kind of. It looks really cool. It's a cool. It's cool. It's like it's a nice novelty. I just don't have the pleasure of having the extra space for it, and I think it would be expensive. Each pod, would they say like $4 a pod? Which I don't know. And like you said, I like making drinks. It just like I'm sorry. I feel like I could hurt your feelings.
So anyway, I took it back.
But he did too much anyway. So it was like
she didn't want it. I had all the drinks, Moscow Mules, and the whole holiday sampler pack and everything, but.
I think he wanted it.
No.
It was cool. Like, we could have it at the Desert House. I think it'd be good.
Whatever. We're not having it at no house because we took it back already.
But that's okay.
Yep. Okay.
I appreciate the thought.
Did you appreciate the thought?
I did. You got me too much. First off, you got me the iPad, that.
Okay.
So, but it was good. We had a good Christmas. Good dinner.
Had a great
Wasn't
Christmas.
Like dinner good?
Oh man. Let's talk about that.
I remember it's the first time I made a boneless prime rib.
Mm-hmm.
I usually make prime rib on the bone, which is delicious too. But none of us are good carvers. Nobody ever wants to be the carver.
That's RJ's job.
I know.
RJ's the carver.
Yeah.
She made her famous green bean casserole, of course. It's off the chain. Yeah. What else do we have?
I made a new type of potato. They were called. What were they called? I don't remember now.
They were good though.
They were good.
Okay.
And my sister made macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese. She did do that.
Oh, and she did shrimp scampi.
I didn't have none of that.
Yeah, you did, babe. I made your plate.
I had shrimp scampi?
You did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There wasn't like with pasta. It was just a shrimp.
Right.
Yeah. No, but it was delicious. Delicious. And of course, our favorite drinks. Crown Royal.
So we're stuck on the Crown Royal drinks. We can't. We drinking them again last night. But that salted caramel's almost gone, right? So once the salted caramel's done,
caramel is gone.
That's it. No more caramel apples.
For real?
Because I can't find the salted caramel Crown Royal anywhere.
It's limited, right?
It's limited. So I guess I have
better.
to.
I think we need to back off, start our New Year's resolutions of maybe being
healthier.
Being healthier. We say this. I don't want to make a resolution, just a concerted effort, right? To start off.
So going back to skinny margaritas.
I guess.
Fresh lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We did keep the Moscow Mule cup, so maybe we'll have some Moscow.
So Carolyn said, I didn't have no shrimp scampi. That's how she typed it too. I didn't have no shrimp scampi.
Okay. We need to make a date. We got to have Caroline.
It's ridiculous. They're like right across
I
the
know.
street, and we hardly see them.
Oh,
Same thing with Hazel and Manny.
But at least I went over there for pozole. You didn't make it. It was delicious.
Man.
You missed out.
You think she got some? We can go over there right now. I'm hungry.
Oh, I'm
we
sure
can go
it's
after
gone.
After this podcast and go.
We can go knock
Cons down the street from the house has the salted caramel. Cons or Vons?
I'm like, what's Cons? Where's that?
She saw it. Why didn't you pick it up?
Did you see it? Just like,
What is that? The Vons on Sepulveda in Devonshire?
it's our Vons, baby, right here.
She said down the street. Not Vons, Cons.
Maybe at the liquor store.
Shout out to Carolyn. You know I'm just playing. Anyway.
And we're sorry about the invitation to watch football the other day.
Yeah, I think
You were
doubled
sick
over
and sleeping. I was at the market.
Yeah, of course. That's where she lives. Pretty much lives at the market.
Yeah.
The whole
Don't
time.
ever like it's a treat for me. I hate going to the market. I spend like so much money, and
I hate you going to the market too.
grocery shopping is not cheap anymore. There used to be specials and coupons, and now, no matter what, it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Anyways, and I feel like we're constantly out of things.
Right. So what happened today? Was the Rose Bowl? Is it on right now?
It's on right now.
And who's in it? Who's winning?
Oregon is in it, and Wisconsin is in it.
Okay, so we didn't care about anybody who's playing in it.
Not really. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Oregon and Wisconsin.
All right. So what's going on the rest of the week? Any other events, sporting events?
I'm
other than,
so confused on what day it is.
It is. This holiday really just takes you out of the
Today
loop.
is
I'm out
Wednesday.
of the loop.
Right?
Is today? Yeah, today's Wednesday.
I know, I'm so confused.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's
Or
the
is
second.
today Thursday? No.
No, tomorrow's
It's
Thursday.
So we have to work Thursday and Friday.
You do.
Oh, you're not working?
No, man.
Why?
No. Hey, I told you I'm no longer an employee. I'm an owner now.
I know, but still.
So I set my own schedules.
Yeah, but you're building a business, babe.
I'm building a business, but nobody's working until January 6th.
Yeah, I know. We're going to be totally slow, too.
Yeah. So I'll have some news for you guys in 2020 about my new business venture, but started off the new year with a brand new contract, and really excited about that. Really about to make my mark.
Very proud of you. Very, very proud of you.
It's very different
It's
from
amazing.
being an employee to being an owner.
So I do want to say, we talked about this, that in 2020, we're talking about the days being mixed up.
Yep.
Because of the leap year,
Okay.
the holidays all fall on like cool days.
Which ones? Which holidays?
So Valentine's Day is on a Friday. You know, that's better than during the week.
Fellas, make your reservations now. Get them in Friday night. It's going to be tough to get a table anywhere.
Cinco de Mayo is on Taco Tuesday.
Okay, that's good. That's dope.
Let's see. Oh, this is great. 4th of July is on a Saturday.
Hell yeah.
Because so many times you 4th of July, then you got to go back to work.
Yeah,
the
but
next-
you know, those holidays are better on Fridays and Mondays because then you turn into a 4-day weekend.
No, because usually, because 4th of July, if it's a national holiday, that means it will probably get Friday off because you have to have a day off. So if it falls on a weekend, you get.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't? Oh, yeah. That's why it's
Okay.
even great. So you're going to have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Halloween is on a Saturday. We're not going to get Friday off, but that's so much better. It sucks for
This
kids.
year, Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys a trick or treat and robbing little kids for bags. You don't even know about that, huh?
Yeah, I do. Remember when you were singing that? I was like, oh, that's so mean.
Bushwick Bill, rest in peace.
Remember
Ghetto
you sang
Boys.
that one night, and that part, and I was like, oh, they were robbing little kids.
Robbing little kids for
It
bags.
wasn't bags of candy. They were.
Shout out Bushwick Bill, rest in peace.
Okay, so and Christmas is on. I don't have my glasses. I can't read. Christmas is on a Friday.
Where your glasses at?
I don't know. And New Year starts with the 3-day weekend.
What?
So yeah, so 2020 is already set out to be great.
Man,
okay?
see, and so 2020, like I said before, if you follow me on social media, I've been saying this all weekend. It's 2020 like vision. My vision is clear. Your vision should be clear.
Yeah.
2020 is double. So I'm looking forward to doubling all the blessings in 2019 and just doubling up, right? Because my vision is clear.
I like that. 2020
I didn't have
vision.
LASIK or nothing. It's just we start a new decade, and I think we started off in the right place.
Yeah.
We were together at midnight.
Yeah.
We shared a warm embrace.
I smelled his beard.
She gave me that compliment, fellas. Dixon 1737 Miracle Oil. Shout out Garrick Dixon. My wife loves the way it smells.
I do.
And fellas, get your beard game right.
Yeah. Where's that available?
It's available everywhere. I mean, every time I turn around, there's a new location.
Yeah.
Picking it up, but I guess you can go to the Dixon Man on the website. It's www.thedixonman.com.
I think it's great.
Yes, 1737.
Remember his roast when he kicked off that? That was really fun. That was good.
We've been supporting Garrick for many years now. Garrick's a good brother.
Speaking of which, when we were there, we were talking about how much we enjoyed the comedy club and stuff, and we don't go to them enough. We need to do that more in 2020.
Can we put that down?
Let's do that.
Okay, so in 2020, I got to share this because we did both agree that in 2020 we're going to take a trip to Europe. So I'm gonna put it out here in the atmosphere so everybody understands that when you see Bowles Family Business and we start getting those stamps in our passport, that's part of New Year's resolutions. Yeah. Also, I told shout out to Danny Cunningham that I want to go camping.
You do.
I'm ready to do it.
Like in a tent.
You know, but we're gonna make sure that I got the right tent. I got a generator. You know, we're gonna make sure I got my own porta potty. You know, I'm gonna make sure that my situation is correct.
Okay.
But it's definitely.
We've never been camping together. I used to camp a lot.
That's one of the things I've been afraid of doing. But
I love that we go fishing.
Yep.
You really? Oh, I'm so excited!
Yep.
Yay!
So
I love camping.
So camping.
Oh, who were we talking about? S'mores about.
Oh, hold on! Shout out to homie E because he gonna hear this and be like, "I've been telling you to go camping with us." All right.
E has invited us.
E been trying to get me to go camping. I think Gus and Julie, shout out Gus and Julie. Julie said it to me the other day. They were out.
Excited.
They were out at the lake, and I saw them on Facebook,
so
and I was like, "Yeah." So
I love campfires.
Julie sparked it. She sparked the interest. She said, "You should go camping with us." And I sat there and I said, "Man,
why not?
Me camping? Like nobody is expecting it or can believe it.
I can barely.
But I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do things in 2020 that I've never done before in my life.
I like
so
it. I like
camping is on the board.
We've also talked kind of in conjunction going to the snow and maybe Mammoth or.
Believe it or not, I grew up in Palm Springs and I've never been to the aerial tram.
Oh, that's totally different. I want to do that.
So
I've never done that either.
We're going to make it a point to go to Palm Springs. We're going to hit the aerial tram. We're going to do that.
Oh, I'm excited. I should be writing this stuff down.
Yeah, but facts. 2020, it will be camping. There will be a trip to a European vacation.
That sounds like a Chevy Chase movie.
The Bowles Family European vacation coming soon.
Yeah, neither one of us have been to Europe, so we're very excited. That's our
no more Mexico trips.
Yeah, we're done with Mexico.
Don't invite us to Mexico. Nobody. I'm tired.
Great,
I'm tired of Mexico.
But we just need to change.
We ain't been nowhere else but Mexico.
And so many of you guys, so many of our friends this year seem like went to Europe this year, and I'm just so amazed. Well, Chuck and Mary.
That's right.
Yeah. Mike and Cindy, Mike Rosati.
Man, look, Christian went to Paris with
Christian's
his girl.
Been to Paris.
My son has been to Europe, and I have not. So,
and a lot of people, a client of mine who's been there several times. Some friends I went to school with. A lot of people. Every time I turn around, it's like, my relatives, even a cousin, like a second cousin. Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, my cousin who went there again. And that was her second trip. So my cousin Tina.
Yeah, we're definitely tripping. We need to get out of the U.S. and we're gonna make us an opportunity to go to Europe.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Flying to Heathrow, see what it do.
Actually, people say don't fly, or was it the Paris? Maybe it's Paris Airport. I don't know. We have a lot of people to give us a lot of tips. One of my clients was explaining different things to me. He travels a lot.
Okay, so anybody listening out there, you got any tips you want to share? Hit us up.
Times a year to
hit us in the DM. Shout out any recommendations.
So far, Italy seems to be.
Well, I want to do. This is what I've heard is that we can fly into London, right? Mm-hmm. And then we can take a train, and we can go through all of Europe on a train.
Yeah.
So we got to go to Amsterdam because West Hollywood is turning into Amsterdam now with the prohibition ending with cannabis. So I want to see, that's what our culture is slowly, again, everyone calls it the end of prohibition, but now that cannabis is legal, there are restaurants opening up and coffee shops and all these places where you can smoke cannabis just out in the open.
Yeah.
And that's a culture that's evolved from what's already happening in
Copenhagen.
Amsterdam and places. So I like to see that.
So I've experienced where I can smell cannabis. So
What? My son?
No. Well, yeah. Stop. At like,
Shout out,
can
Christian.
people, since it's legal, can people like do it at work?
Okay, so this is the common misconception that it is legal. Recreational use means that if you get caught with it on you, you're allowed to have X amount for personal recreational use.
You can.
Yes,
But-
but it doesn't mean that it's. See, that's the common misconception. People keep saying it's legal. It's legal to possess it and have it, but your employer's policies at work still supersede the law.
So it's just like you can't do drugs or alcohol
Right,
at
you
work.
can't
kind
be
of.
under the
Okay.
influence of drugs, or alcohol. I
I
mean,
feel
every job that you sign up for gives you a drug-free workplace policy.
Yeah.
So you can't
It's
go
weird.
against
I
that
mean,
policy.
yeah, that does make sense. But like I said, I feel like I've been at, a restaurant or fast food place, and the server or the kid behind the counter, I could smell.
Wow, it's a
and
tough time.
It's weird because I feel like some people take it as like cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like you smoke cigarettes, you can smoke weed, but I think of it more as what you're saying. It's a drug. So it's interesting.
Well, the challenge is that they're developing a way of testing you to determine if you're under the influence at that moment. The problem with THC and cannabis and marijuana is that stays in your system for 30 to 60 days, some cases even 90 days, depending on the strand and what you're smoking.
But if it's legal, why would that be a problem anymore for drug testing
Well,
on the job?
But
that's where you can't determine where it
So
is.
we need like a breathalyzer of sorts.
Now, is there a limit? Like if you smoke and
Exactly.
drive,
And that's all
the problem,
part of it.
right?
So I've seen that there are these. We have a cannabis expert in our house. Maybe he wants to come and speak on it.
You made me hit the microphone.
I've seen that they're developing a machine like a breathalyzer, and they also are developing a range that you can be under the influence where you're considered functional.
It's just odd that we're in a time where it's illegal and people are doing it. We're kind of behind the times, and I guess.
You want to contribute to this?
Do you have something to say, Christian?
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
We
That sounds like a rap.
it was. Anyway.
Okay.
and he's probably going outside to smoke right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
new
my
world.
son, he's 20 years old and he'll be 21 in March. That's something big that's going to happen in 2020.
Is that going to coincide with March Madness for our Vegas trip? And maybe we need to take him.
Oh yeah, we got a Vegas trip coming up.
But we need to take him.
March Madness. There's a Vegas trip we're going to be making with Fred and his crew, military guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But did we go last year? Or we went the year
we
before?
went the year before.
We had a ball. We stayed at the Venetian.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, that was great. Keith was up until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was amazing.
What's the name of that club? And we can't think of the name of it. Anyway,
always forget it.
whatever it is, they must be
It's
pumping
the-
oxygen
Yeah.
in there because that keeps me awake. And so I was able to stay up to like 3 o'clock in the morning. So looking forward to going back there, having some good time. Again, the whole different year for me. I'm not under the level of stress that I was.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to really relax and enjoy myself. So looking forward to taking some trips this year, having some vacations. I think it's been a couple years.
I think the holidays were
Since
better
I've
because
had
you weren't as
vacation.
stressed.
Yeah,
I didn't really even think about it.
it's a
Together.
whole new me.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that. If you're looking at my pictures, you should be able to see. Everybody tells me like, man, you look so much happier. Hey, I made the best decision in my life. I made the most incredible change to my lifestyle. And, I'm looking forward and I'm not looking back.
Yep.
So that about wraps it up here for us on this episode of Being Married to Michelle.
Went fast.
Hey, man,
That was good.
it's all good. So looking forward to who we're going to have next week as our
Have
guest.
somebody planned?
You know what? Danny and Carolyn better stop playing.
Stop playing.
We'll come over there, man. I have
yeah,
a
we have the travel
portable
league,
setup, man. I can come and bring the podcast to y'all. So, like I said, through 2020, we're gonna have a lot of our close friends, and we're gonna sit down and chop it up with people that we care about and we spend time with. And
If you are listening and you do have questions or
Mm-hmm.
topics you'd like us to address, send them in.
send them in.
Let us know.
Hit us in the you don't need to be friends with us to hit us on Facebook Messenger. So you could just send it in. Facebook Messenger. Being Married to Michelle is available on all podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart. So what we need you to do is like, comment, and subscribe. So we know you're watching, we know you're listening, but those likes, those comments, and those that subscribe, that truly helps us to keep our podcast going and really lets us know that, you know, either you like it or you don't, or if you want us to talk about some things, we'd love to. Just hit us up. But we need your interaction. So again, like, comment, subscribe, and check us out on all podcast networks and platforms.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. Here's to the new year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
2020. It's going to be great. That's all I can say.
Everybody.
2020 vision.
Yep.
Bowles Family Business.
Sir.
Peace.